I've been doing some Bali simulations with the UK Met Office climate model as what-ifs, and also some geo-engineering simulations, said Jim Haywood, professor of atmospheric science at the University of Exeter. He estimated that Agung spewed 8 million tons of sulfur dioxide into the stratosphere in 1963, about 10 to 15 kms above the Earth's surface, enough to trim world temperatures for months. That eruption killed more than 1,000 people in Bali. Many scientists are keeping an eye on the Agung eruption in Bali, said Alan Robach, a professor of climate science at Rutgers University. Volcanic eruptions serve as an analog for the idea of humans creating such a cloud. Satellite measurements of eruptions have only recently become precise enough to exploit volcanoes as models for geoengineering. That was impossible, for instance, when Mount Pinatubo in the Philippines erupted in 1991 and blew about 20 million tons of sulfur dioxide into the stratosphere, the second biggest eruption of the 20th century after one in Alaska in 1912. Mount Pinatubo had a cooling effect on the Earth because the sun-dimming sulfur spread worldwide. He estimated that the Agung volcano has probably ejected only about 10,000 tons of sulfur dioxide in the latest eruption, and not as high as the stratosphere. Governments agree they should focus most on cutting greenhouse gas emissions under the 2015 Paris Agreement rather than on science fiction-like shortcuts to limit temperatures blamed for causing more heatwaves, floods, and rising sea levels. But current policies put the world on track to overshoot the Paris goal of limiting rising temperatures to well below 2 degrees Celsius, 3.6 Fahrenheit, above pre-industrial times. U.S. President Donald Trump, who doubts man-made emissions are the prime cause of warming, also plans to pull out of the Paris deal and promote the U.S. fossil fuel industry. That risks further weakening the Paris Plan.